Welcome back to the Lock Around the Clock Super Bowl edition. Yes, this is the Grand Salami, the final countdown, the big banana. It is here. We've been waiting for it. And one more time for this 2012 season, I'd like to thank my friends and sponsors at LouDogs.com. Go there today. Find out why they're the hottest handicapping site on the web. Go to LouDogs.com. Now on to the action. And again, I don't know why there's 2 weeks between the championship games and the Super Bowl. All it does is create drama, stress, and BS. Look at what we're going through. Reindeer antler spray for Ray Lewis and homophobic slurs out of a guy who plays for San Francisco, taking an interview from Artie Lang. What were you thinking, my friend? You play for San Francisco. You can't say things like that, for crying out loud. Now you got companies like Change.org petitioning you to spend a day with the New York Gay Football League. What a day with the Jets is going to cure, I have no clue. And that is why we are going to go straight to the picks. I got sides, I got totals, and I got props for you ready to roll. And in the last 10 Super Bowls, I am 7 out of 10 against the spread. So we are right on track to make some more money here and continue the success. Let's get on with the side. The side I like in this game is San Francisco laying the 4. I look at them to win double digits in this game. I look for a 31-21 game. I look for San Francisco to run this ball down the Ravens' throat, which is the run is one of their weaknesses on defense. Even Andrew Luck ran for 35 yards against them, and the Broncos and the Colts combined, both of them ran for over 245 yards on these guys. Now, the Ravens, when they played the Patriots, of course, they didn't do that because they took Stephen Ridley out of the game way too early. Also, if you take a look at what Joe Flacco has done and the Ravens have done to get to this point, they played the Indianapolis Colts, a very inexperienced team out there, which they almost could have lost to. I mean, Andrew Luck, I think if Bruce Arians was actually there, they might have had even a tougher time getting past that game, but it was very close. They went into Denver, and it was a tough game. It was in Denver. It was against Peyton Manning. What did they do? They stopped the pass with Peyton Manning. They were able to pick on an aging Champ Bailey and get Torrey Smith wide open down the field many times to finally seal the deal in the final minutes of this game to bring it to overtime. And then, of course, the bad pass and decision by Peyton Manning just sealed the deal. Then what did they do? They went to New England. They took Stephen Ridley out. They figured out Tom Brady and stopped that passing offense. Wes Welker dropped the ball, literally. And Stephen Ridley was taken out of the game, so they never really established the run. And let's face it, Aqib Talib was their top defensive player for the Patriots, and the only one that would have gave them any chance to win that game, and he was taken out very early in the game. What happened after that? Joe Flacco went after that particular side, and they were able to dominate and destroy the Patriots on their home turf. I don't see that happening here. The San Francisco 49ers are much tougher defense, much younger defense, much more aggressive, and a little bit more depth. They have 2 guys named Smith on either end and a guy named Patrick Willis in the linebacking position that are going to pose problems for Joe Flacco and his conventional offense. Meanwhile, when you look at the defense of the Ravens, they're not going to be able to stop the run. They're going to have problems against this offensive line, against Frank Gore, and against this pistol offense, or this read option offense that they call with Colin Kaepernick. It's designed to wear down the defense, and if they can control the offensive line, which they should, they will have very big success, especially against them in the second half after they've worn them down. Now, I do think the Ravens are obviously going to put up some points, but I think that the Niners are really going to turn this on in the second half like we've seen them do throughout the playoffs. And let's face it, the defense of the Niners have stopped 2 quarterbacks that I think are a lot better than Joe Flacco. Even though Joe Flacco has been playing out of his head in these playoffs, they did stop Aaron Rodgers and they stopped Matt Ryan. Take the Niners, lay the 4. Take it to the book, take it to the bank. You know the rest. Now, as far as the total started at 49. It's down to 47.5. A lot of people are taking the under for some strange reason. I see this game going over. I see the Ravens putting up their 21 points. I think they're going to get some points, but I see the Niners being able to put the points up, especially in the second half. They're going to be able to pour it on. And against non-conference teams, a la AFC teams, the Niners have averaged close to about 30, 31 points a game. And I just see the Niners being able to put the points up, especially in the second half. So take the Niners and take the over. On to the props. What we got? Well, let's start with the coin toss. Tails never fails. Well, except for last year. I know I took tails last year and heads came up. Look for tails to bounce back. Bottoms up, baby. Take tails to start things off and put a few bucks in your pocket early. One of the props I really, really like, and this is probably the only one I'm going to give you because it's a very strong one, and I think you'll find that it makes sense. The sack total for this game is 4. I love the fact that this is going to go over. I see Joe Flacco getting sacked a couple times. The Niners might cover the 4 by themselves, and yes, Ray Lewis and that defense will probably get 1 to throw in there to cover that over. That's it, folks. That's what I got. Let's make some money on this one. As always, throughout the rest of the season, we did tremendously. We were over 68%, and through the playoffs, we're a little bit over 60%, and we look to keep that tradition going in the Super Bowl. So as always, one last time, take it to the book, take it to the bank, and as always, you take it easy.